Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Girls Chat. I'm going to start off with table topics. So the question is, will you tell the truth when your children ask about your sexual past experiences?
They need to mind their business.
I'm like,
okay, so personally, with me, I won't, like, it depends on their age. Like, when they're younger, I will not. But when they become older, I definitely will, because I spoke to my mom about that once I got older, and I was a little bit more comfortable. So yeah, I tell them about that, but not at a young age. I don't want to ruin
I'll
them.
tell them that I had sex. That's how I had you, and that's all you need to know.
No, Jeannie.
I'm joking.
When it says
no, I would.
Your sexual experiences, like how specific are we getting? I don't mind talking with my kid like about sex or whatever, but am I gonna tell you about that one night off the deuce? Nah.
I feel like
I think I will.
Yeah, I think that it depends on the conversation, right? Like, I'm not just gonna openly just as soon as you're 12 and we're having the sex talk or whatever the hell, like, I'm not just gonna be like, yeah, let me tell you, like I said, about that night when I was super lit, and you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. But if it comes to the point where it's like they're older, maybe they're in college, and they're already like comfortable with me having this conversation or whatever, and they're like, Mom, like, I went through some shit, and I just want to know, be like, well, yeah, I can relate because X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's not gonna be like off rip. We're having dinner, and I'm telling you some crazy shit. Well, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's like, let me talk about the birds and bees and this threesome. Like,
if they don't ask, I'm definitely not telling no.
Exactly.
So the question is, can you be independent if a man pays your bills? And I put this in the chat, and because I thought it was a really good question. And I also knew that it would be a really good question for us to talk about on here. And I still have not formed a real opinion, or I don't know how I feel, because I really feel like it can go both ways.
You can be very independent and a nigga can still pay your bills. That's
right. So you think you can be?
Yep.
I do too.
What I acquired when you came into my life and want to pay the bills, that was me being independent. So that's on you if you want to come in and pay that. I'm not asking you, because I'll be okay if you don't want to pay these bills. Right. But I would love for somebody to come into my life and pay these fucking bills.
What?
I mean, I guess that's the how I ultimately I felt, but I felt like, the opposite question would just be like, I guess in my brain, because it's like, are you really? I really
independent if you're depending on someone to pay your bills.
Because that's what I was saying. The opposite thing would be like that you're dependent on them. But what if I'm not dependent on them to do that? I can really do this by myself, but they are paying it for me. But you also can't talk shit a certain way if someone is taking care of your bills. You know what I'm saying?
You can't
I just feel like just because somebody is paying your bills, it doesn't mean that money, like, let's say you can't 100% pay your own bills. They're paying them for you. So that means you have all this money left over now that you could do whatever with. If you're pouring that into a business, if you're pouring that into something else, you're 100% independent still. You can still sustain yourself. They're just contributing. Right. So I don't know. I feel like you could 100% be.
I just literally think about all the rappers' girlfriends that are now famous for being rappers' girlfriends and have like other businesses or whatever the fuck. They're not paying the fucking mortgage. Like, they're not paying the mortgage. They're not paying the light bills. They're not doing that.
That's my money.
But we know for sure that they're getting bookings and they have these other businesses or whatever the hell that they're doing, that they are definitely making money, that they can pay those bills. I think the difference.
Sorry, you consider them independent women?
Yeah, because I think that the difference is that it's the your partner's choice. Like if they're saying like, I'm gonna step in and pay these bills for you, like Kate said, not because I asked you, not because I need you to pay the bills, but because maybe you are still making more money than me, right? But like more money in their situations, right? When we're talking about like the rappers or the whatever celebrity girlfriends, like they're making more money than me, but bitch, I'm still they're making a lot of fucking money. So I feel like, yeah, it's the choice. It's your partner's choice. Now, when you're dependent on somebody, then literally you're not independent because you're dependent on someone else to pay your bills. So I think that's like, you're literally not independent. Like you cannot to be independent.
Right. Because if they literally came in one day and was like, I don't want to pay your bills anymore, you can still afford to pay your bills. You're still independent.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good, exactly.
Now, a different thing is too, though, I think that you can be like dependent on somebody to pay your bills, but you can be like an independent thinker, you know, if that makes any sense. Like, yes, they're paying your bills and you're dependent on them to pay your bills, but ultimately, that's your choice, right? We think like that's like you're choosing to say, I don't want to work, I don't want to have any other businesses, I don't want you to, you know, whatever, and that is your independent choice. So ultimately, I feel like, and so I think that you do, like, you can be an independent thinker or like a free thinker and not, you know. So I mean, I guess that's different too, depending on how people take that.
I mean, like originally when I saw it, I felt like kind of strange about it because I was like, I'm independent, you know what I mean? Like I would like, but then I just feel like I really can't even put the way
you
that
can play devil's advocate for it easily.
You know what I'm saying? You really can.
Yeah.
The whole thing I feel like I guess about an independent woman is that you literally are that, and I just feel like you can't stand in your shit or talk your shit or move a certain way, like if somebody is
paying for your shit,
you know. And then I'm like on the opposite end though, because it's like if a man is paying your bills, like what if this nigga is not necessarily paying my bills, but he's giving me money, like, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
you can still talk your shit. I think
if he's still if that wasn't a part of my life or whatever, I could still afford to handle my own business or whatnot, and then I'm still independent, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it goes both ways. I feel like if you're able to stand on your own, even if it's like hustle or find a way like to get out of your situation, you can be independent. So
listen, being an independent woman is fucking tiring and exhausting. So
yeah, I was about to say,
I am off.
Independent.
This is why they invented stuff like this.
If you can afford what you can on your
listen,
own, and nigga comes to help you out, like I feel like you can be independent, because if he were to leave, you could still do what you needed to do.
Exactly.
He's just helping.
Also, though, like, finding a rich partner is some women's, or people, not just women's, people's job. Like, that's literally what their job is. So then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you then reached your goal, like your ultimate goal was to marry a rich person so that I do not have to work and I do not have to, like, I feel
no, then they're not independent though, because their goal has been to be dependent. But their goal has been to be dependent on somebody else. It's not to stand on their own 2 feet. So they're automatically
hard
not.
to find somebody who finna just sit up and pay all your shit. That's hard.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not
hard. That's what I was trying to say this whole time, where I'm like, I don't know exactly how, because it's those type of women who strive for that, who that's what they want, and once they get that, are you independent? Like, because
no, you are not, because if that nigga were to leave or he were to get jammed up or something were to happen, you wouldn't be on your ass.
But you know,
what if they were just the type of person to run out and find the next one, like, and it's no issue, like it's really no issue, right? what if niggas are your job? Then are you independent?
No, you are not. Because what if the same thing happens to the next?
Because it's your job. Because like same thing, like COVID happened, everybody lost their fucking job, and they had to find a new fucking job so that they can get their bills paid. Like in the end of the day. So
but what are you doing? Like, what is the job?
You're getting your bills paid.
That's finding an occupation. I don't think that that's like being independent in a sense. Independent is being able to do for yourself and like do on your own. So if that nigga wasn't there, then like, how are you doing for yourself?
Because that's their job, is to find somebody who is going to be able to let me live my lifestyle.
This
so
is
like
the conversation I wanted to have about this.
Like that is the job that literally before like being a city girl was a thing or whatever case is like back in the days when women didn't have jobs, that really was their job. Like as a young ass girl, you got trained to become a wife so that you can have a family and be taken care of. And like, that's what happened.
Women, but
that's like the video of the white lady.
That was the issue, and that's why back in the day, things started to evolve, and women wanted to start standing on their own because they realized, hey, if this nigga leaves, I don't have shit.
I'm screwed.
So I feel like that.
I'm gonna be begging.
Yeah, you gonna be homeless. So listen, I know y'all saw Diary of a Mad Black Woman, and she had to work to get out of that. So I don't know. I understand like that being certain females' job.
Had to work to get out of it.
What?
I said if she had a side nigga and treated niggas like a job in that way, she would not have had to work.
There you go.
That's my question. Not to say that I agree with that type of lifestyle, because that type of shit sounds tiring to me, honestly.
Because it's work.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And I personally, I don't have the attention span to sit with somebody I'm uninterested in for periods of time to get something from you. That's not me. That's when I turn into the independent woman bit, because that's my question when it like, if that is your job, if that is what you do, are you independent?
Yeah, I think you, for me, I think you did just flip that for me, because I think that, yes, I think that ultimately, if that is your job, the same way we all are working to pay our bills, like, and to live our life, there are women who are literally working to get their bills paid and live their life. Like, that's literally what some women do. And especially this day and age, I think that it's possible also to live that lifestyle, because
so what if there was no more niggas? Then
that's what I was about to say. Like, what if there were no more niggas? There would be no
more ditches either.
Not even that, but what if there's someone what if there's someone that doesn't want you, or like you get with someone and they're not willing to pay your bills?
You wouldn't be with them. You wouldn't be with them.
But what if, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that you're independent because you mess with a nigga who's.
But y'all know that I deal with women in the sex industry, right? And so like sex workers, that's literally what they do for a living. You like that is their job, and you have to work very hard to get your bills paid, to get money from these niggas. Like that's literally, it's literally a job. Like,
but you're providing a service.
But then again, I have to. Is it like a service?
Being a wife is a service. Being a wife is a service, is it not?
But there's also a difference. So I feel like if it's a nigga that you're interested in and you love and you want to be with, and then like a nigga that you're just pimping, like there's a difference of being independent. You know what I'm saying? Because if you are just like fucking with a nigga just to get that, you know what I'm saying? That's your job. But I feel like if you're with a nigga because you love him and stuff like that, I think it's like a little different in that sense.
I don't, because even regardless, are you independent or are you not? Like even if that's like my man or whatnot, like at the end of the day, like, are you independent or are you
not? I retired, bitch. I got the 401k plan. I'm good. Like I got it. I'm in love and my bills are paid. I'm happy.
Right out of here.
Like, that's it.
But when you're saying a sex worker, I'm looking at it as you are providing a service. You're either providing
that's what I'm
a product.
Saying. Like, it's a job.
That's different.
That's
somebody who's going to each and every game and sit in front row seats trying to get like chose like, is that independent? Because you're just like, I don't know. Like, I don't
know
consider
because
that.
I'm telling you that there are women who that is their job, to get pretty, to look for these athletes or whatever, get pregnant, hopefully, and get an everlasting check. Like that is literally some women's jobs.
That's what I when we say like independent or whatever, I feel like we're talking about versus, or for the most part, originally it was versus like one person. Like if I'm with this one person and this happens or whatever, but it's what it gets tricky when it's like the multiple nigga thing. And that's what I meant this whole time by this question, because when one nigga leaves, if you're dealing with one nigga and one nigga leaves, if that was your form of income or what, like, yeah, now you're shit out of luck. But when you throw other niggas in that mix and you're rotating them or whatever, like, I think that you're independent at that point. Because you can make shit clap for yourself whenever you want. Like, and regardless if this nigga falls off or this nigga falls off, you're still, your plays are still in motion. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Kind of weird.
But I can't relate. I compare the one person thing to having a job though, or having a career. If you lose your job, if you get fired, if freaking COVID happens and whatever the case is, and you lose your job, you have to get up and try and find a new one, and you're shit out of luck, and it freaking sucks, and you don't know what you're gonna do in the moment. But bitch, you better have a savings plan. You better have something going. I don't know what happened to Robin.
But I think like there's also a difference when you have a job. Like you can cash out with your 401. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that, you can be secure. But like when these girls are with these niggas and then they leave and then they don't have any security, like how are you independent in that sense?
I would hope that they.
You're saying.
What?
What did you say, Steve?
I was saying you're saying how are you independent? Like if all of them leave?
Yeah.
No, at that point, like I get it too, but what are the odds?
Or like, what if that was just your thing or whatever that you did for your entire life, and then like you just get older or whatnot, and you get washed or something, like it's just not the same anymore, and you just don't have shit. Like, how are you independent in that sense?
Okay, but that's at that point. Along this whole way, I made a way for myself. I didn't necessarily need any one person for anything. You know what I mean? Because that.
But okay,
like, so when you start to deal with niggas transactionally, bro, like,
period.
You're a job, like.
Period.
Girl, listen, I don't work jobs, bitch. I am a job. Like this is a real life question. Like I just feel like if you can, I feel like being independent means that you can make stuff move for yourself when you want to do it. You don't have to wait on nobody. You don't have to whatever. And if other niggas is your form of being able to do that, I can't take it away from you that you do that, because these and some of these girls on Instagram are living their best lives and I know that is their job, and it's like you wanna be like, oh, it's just niggas paying for that, or you, but that don't take away from the fact that they're a boss bitch doing boss shit. Like
it doesn't take away from it, but it doesn't make them independent. Yeah. Like that's the thing. Like it doesn't take away.
Huh?
Because at the end of the day, like
paid for is how.
But at the end of the day,
they're not taking care of themselves. They're not taking care of themselves.
They are because they're securing them. They are because they're securing.
But there's a difference.
And they're using it to make more on their own.
But there's also a difference from getting your bills paid and the nigga, like, you know, taking care of you, and then like you having like you turning that money that he's giving you into like something. I feel like. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say?
And at that point, if a nigga
so you're not in.
So if a nigga funded your whole come up, right, and now you build this company or whatever.
But what if you don't build a company? Is what I'm saying.
Well, that's on you. That's on whoever. Like, you're not.
That's what I'm saying. So in that sense, you're not independent if a nigga's paying your bills. And
but I'm saying if a nigga builds you up and like you said, you start a whole company or whatever, is that really your company? Because based off of what you're saying, it would seem like no, that's that nigga's company because it was his bread.
No, that's you taking it and making it flip. Like
no.
But if I'm getting my bills paid, then how am I not making it flip for myself?
That's what
like
I'm
at the
saying.
end of the day, these niggas
you're getting
are
your bills
paycheck.
paid temporarily.
But
like
yeah.
that's just not gonna last. Like that's just not gonna last forever.
I just work for Bernie's Burgos, nigga. What you talking about? It's working forever. She about 56, nigga. And I know, like, come on.
I just really want y'all.
But
to,
it just depends on the person. No, and I understand it. Just depends on the person whether you're willing to live that lifestyle for the rest of your life.
That's what I'm saying. But it doesn't make you not independent because they literally treat these men like paychecks, like just like ultimately. And I know I keep going back to the job, but that's literally what you have to compare to your own personal job. Somebody, Billy Bob, Joe Thornton, whatever the fuck, is signing your paycheck. If that nigga says, I don't want to pay you anymore or whatever the fuck, nigga, you stuck too. If like I just said, if COVID happened or whatever, we see what happened. You lose your job. Nigga, you stuck just the same way as if a nigga tells me, nah, I'm not paying your bills this month. You're literally stuck the same way. Like
so basically nobody is independent. We're all dependent on something, someone, somebody.
Unless you have your own business.
Yeah.
Everybody is dependent.
Unless you have your own business, yeah.
No, because you're dependent on people buying something from your business. Because if you have a business and nobody buying, then you dependent.
So we all depend on each other.
Okay,
we are all dependent.
And I agree with that. But like, what if you're dependent on a job or whatnot? But like, as you can still afford to pay your own bills, and you don't need like a man to do that for you. Like, are you independent?
But we're saying is the man is the job,
and that's what I'm saying, Britt. Like what you're saying just now, right? Let's say that your bills total $2,000 for the month for everything that you love, and a nigga is not saying, oh, here is this for that. Here is this for that. Here is this for that. But he just throws you $2,500 a month. Now you didn't have to go in your pocket to pay your bills, but essentially that nigga paid your bills. You know what I'm saying? So then what? Like, who paid your bills that month? Was it you or him?
And the fact of the matter, you don't even have to take that $2,500 and pay your bills. You can take that $2,500 and put that shit towards something that you want to build. Yeah, he's still contributing toward it, but
right. But if for that month, if you could do whatever you want with that money, but let's say you sat it in your bank account and all you did was pay your bills. Like, who paid your bills that month?
Right.
You or that nigga. That.
Whatever. Fact of the matter is, I don't have a nigga paying my bills, so can't relate.
This is a serious question. So if a nigga's giving you more money than your bills cost, like, because I don't know who.
Bitch, I'm taking it.
That's what I'm getting at. That's
why I'm
really triggered by this question.
I'm taking it.
Paying them,
but it doesn't. It's not saying that you need it.
Yeah, I don't need it, but I'd gladly take it.
No, I would definitely take it.
And I think,
but then, like, if I can pay my own bills and he's giving me money, I don't necessarily consider that as him paying my bills. I just feel like he's putting money in my pocket.
He's giving money.
Like,
yeah.
He's not paying my bills if I can do that shit by myself, and I do it with my money. Like, and he's just giving me bread to make sure I'm good.
But I mean, I don't know. I get it.
I think that I have come to the conclusion that yes, you're a 100% independent bitch. Make your fucking money.
What I was gonna say is I think that like the word independent, everyone wants to be that and consider themselves that instead. So it's so hard to like come up off of what that means, because it's like I am that, you know, and we are all phenomenal women, you know. But so
that's me.
It's just like you don't want to come off of that title because it's like you know your worth and you know what you are. So, but like at the end of the day.
I'd come
like Jeannie said, we're all dependent.
Taken care of. I don't mind being a housewife here, but I'm just saying if I pay my own bills and like someone, you know, just making sure I'm straight, then I feel like I'm independent and I'm going to work and every day, like going into work, doing what I got to do and I'm paying my bills. I feel like I'm independent, but like he's just helping me like stay afloat and making sure I'm straight.
Listen, I just want to get on somebody's cell phone family plan because paying every single bill by yourself is not fun. So if that's what independent means, I don't want to be in no more.
No, thank you. Okay, so the next topic is, can the relationship last if the sex is boring?
Nope. No.
I don't have them problems. I don't know.
Never had bad sex.
No.
You've never
I've
had
never had bad sex, and I've also never had a relationship.
Like,
girl, please.
Maybe that's.
I'm a drink to that.
Okay, so yeah, so then let's talk about that. So what is bad sex? What is bad sex for y'all?
Okay.
If I'm not interested,
I'm not aroused.
If it's bored. Happening and I don't want it to be happening, that's bad sex.
Then why?
Okay, that sounds like rape.
No, yeah, because I was gonna say, if you don't want it to be happening, then you shouldn't be doing it. First off,
y'all know what I mean.
Joking.
If I consented,
I know.
Yeah. And in the process, I'm just like, wow,
am I doing this for?
Right,
like you're just laying there.
That's bad sex.
I've been there before, but
yeah, same.
We ain't gonna go there.
I don't like when like there's so much I don't like about like bad sex. Like I don't like when the foreplay is trash, or like, you know, like sometimes the foreplay is non-existent, right? But in a good way, you know, like I didn't come for that. Like, let's get to it, boom, boom, boom. But then like if we are doing foreplay and then you're like really bad at it, like if you're trying to like, you know, touch me use your hands or whatever, and then you're like DJing the clip, like that shit.
I had bad sex before. I've had bad sex before, but I've never had bad sex.
You've never
fast rubbing on the clit, that shit pisses me off. Like you didn't even let me get really warmed up, and then you just
people do that. Guys do that. Are they nuts?
Or bad sex?
I don't think I've had bad sex.
It's just like a puppy licking fucking water back.
Yeah, no, Casey, I can actually relate, because I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm ready to go to sleep because this is not it. So
have y'all ever have y'all ever told somebody to stop?
Yes.
Yeah. I felt bad. No, I couldn't do it.
Honestly, I don't know, but I told them after.
I've never been in a
that it was not it.
I've like
had to like felt
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I was just wow, I can't wait for this to be over.
No, I got to it where it's like I've tried like different positions, like we tried something, it wasn't working. Okay, let's do something. Okay, I'll be like, okay, let's try something else. Try something else, it wasn't working. Like okay, let's maybe let's just try this. Wasn't working. I was like, you know what?
Let's just kiss.
This girl, you sweet. I was like, I think that maybe you should leave.
I have to really, really like you for me to like kiss you. Because
that's another thing. I don't like to kiss people. I will not kiss you. I hate kissing people.
But like when you find somebody that you like to kiss,
bitch, I'm not about to just go kiss somebody.
I love kissing.
Have y'all ever been to the club and Kave? Don't nobody just sit and kiss all day. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not saying that. But if
I did that in high school.
If I'm having sex with you, then that means I like you enough to kiss you, and I'm gonna kiss you.
Or not, bitch. You said if you're having sex and you don't want to be there, nigga. So
that was after. Okay, but you don't know that it's not gonna be good until you do it, and then once you realize it's not good, then
no, we don't need to kiss. Just let's get this thing going. So
I agree. I'm not a kisser. Even the foreplay, like now, like to this day. Like I'm not a kisser. Like I like slob.
I thought I didn't like kissing.
Down.
Sorry.
Now you do. I'm gonna call you out, Jeannie.
What?
I am. I'm a little.
I said, God bless me.
I thought I
bitch. I like kissing.
I do too. I want to kiss all day, all night.
Kissing is fun. It's fun.
I may be 13. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Listen, I don't know if I like kissing, or I don't know if I like kissing right now. Like I'll update y'all in a little bit. But I don't know if I'm on cloud 9 or like what, but I'll update y'all in a little bit. because I like to kiss all day.
We'll check back in.
Bitch, I'm about to kiss him right now.
I mean, I like a little peck. Like, hey,
me too.
See you later.
Me too.
What?
Well, that's what I mean by that. By kissing.
Yeah, like
I like random
a lot of pecks. Like,
yeah,
I like a lot of pecks. Maybe that's what it is too. But I like
it depends on the situation. You like a lot of pecks with sex?
Yeah, I think
you're having
so cute.
No, like randomly, like throughout the day.
Yeah,
like,
throughout the day.
like,
Yeah,
freaking forehead or.
Wow,
but we're specifically talking about sex.
I'm talking about I don't have 24 hours on the clock.
Well,
you like just
I
kiss?
used to.
There's no way, Robin.
Definitely.
What she said?
No, during sex, like, yeah, like if I'm in that mood, then I be in that mood, and when I'm in that mood, that's normally when I'm like, nah, that's not even like make love. That's normally when I'm like feeling really nasty. Like, it's normally when I want you to like choke me with your tongue, like when I'm feeling like I want that, but like that doesn't happen very often for me. I don't think. I don't. That's a Patron Douce night.
I'm feeling lusty with wine.
Wine does that.
Lusty Mac.
Yeah, wine does do that shit.
Lusty Mac. Well, I'm about to change it.
She's still saved. She saves. You're still saved on my phone as Lusty Lex, by the way.
I have a whole
Okay. Time for guess and simple text. G. And it reads, kids are hilarious. Yesterday I was in Publix in the wine aisle and Annalise was like, do you really need a drink? And I was like, yes, bye. But isn't it funny what kids pick up on?
Do you need another drink? Yes.
Dude, and then she was just like, I'm 8 years old, I can drink. I said, no, you cannot.
Don't say that out loud in school now.
And the lady was there in the store, like she was right next, and she just started laughing. I'm like, damn, I wonder if she thinks I give Annalise like wine at home. I was embarrassed.
It be your own kids. It's like
right. And then she went to go pick up a bottle. I'm like, girl, if you don't put that damn bottle down, you can make me go to jail. She's ridiculous.
It's like we really don't think kids. Not even that we don't think. I feel like we know that they be watching, but also
no. I know.
Live our life too.
This is how I know Annalise be watching, right? So I take her to the bathroom at the game place. I'm like, all right. And so she washed her hands and she goes, wait. And I'm like, okay. She's like digging for her pockets. And then she just takes out her lip gloss and puts her mask down and goes like this. I was like, you be watching that, be doing that.
What? Because she loves lip gloss and like she loves. And that's the only thing I let her put on.
And then put her lip gloss
in her
pocket. I was like, excuse me, I don't even do that. I don't even face check lip gloss. She's so cute.
With her mask on too. So
the other day I was like, Kobe, can you give me my drink? He's like, Rob, pass Brittany her wine. And I'm like,
oh my gosh.
I was like, damn, no, they are. And I was like, how do you know that's wine? He's just like, Brittany, I know that that's wine because you drink it all the time. And I was like, okay.
You had to eat it. He was right. I bet it was.
No, but like, I'm not going to hide it from them.
No, yeah.
When you turn
wine, I don't feel like wine is alcohol.
But it acts like it for a little minute.
It is. But it acts like it for a little minute. Nigga, no, it's alcohol. It's
a lot of minutes.
It's grape juice.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That's what Jesus told you.